Mark, if I can ask you, what does it feel like to be exporting 8.5 tons of cannabis legally from Lesotho to Europe?
I mean, it feels absolutely amazing, and I think a lot of people have spoken about, how long it must have taken to get that deal over the line. But the reality is, it's been a year's worth of work to do that, but it's really 3.5 to 4 years worth of really hard graft to get the business in a position whereby we can create and generate, 8.5 tons worth of certified high quality cannabis at prices that are in demand in Europe. So, I think it's a huge feather in our caps, and it feels like a real validation of all the hard work we've been doing over the last couple of years.
And why North Macedonia as opposed to elsewhere in Europe? Is that becoming a new springboard into the EU?
It is. I think there are a couple of springboards into the EU, and Macedonia is one of those. And they're allowed to export extract into the EU. So what we do is we're taking flower in there, and they're extracting it in Macedonia, and then they're taking the extract across the border. So yeah, I think it is becoming. I think Greece, Malta, Portugal are being set up as hubs for springboarding into the EU marketplace, which is the largest marketplace, but more complicated to get in from places like Africa.
And what kind of dried flower are you exporting?
The 8.5 tons consists of 2 tons of high THC flower and trim across 6 strains, and then 6.5 tons of CBD flower. It's being sent in 2 different shipments. The 2 tons will go in the next couple of weeks, and then the 6.5 tons will follow a month thereafter. So we're splitting it up.
Is this a world-breaking record for export, do you know? Because I haven't come across anything of this nature in the legal business yet.
But yeah, I mean, what we've seen going into Europe, this seems comfortably the largest. But I think, yeah, again, it's very difficult to know. I'm not understanding exactly what they're doing with it on that side, but I would imagine at the prices that they're getting it out of Africa and we're able to produce it at a cost per hectare, it's a smart move on their part. If you can get this much product at this quality, certified at these prices, get it, because once you've got the extract, you can keep it and feed it into the market as and when the demand is required.
And how does the merger with Goodleaf affect your operations now? Is it a merged business that's selling, or is it Highlands selling on its own and looking to supply Goodleaf in another kind of a deal? Or how's the merger working?
Yeah, good question, Brett. I think it's actually gone amazingly seamlessly. We've just moved into new offices in Clew Street, and really we're a combined entity, but we're still operating very independently. So, Highlands is the cultivation business, and we are building up our B2B business, which is essentially, we're moving towards selling bulk flour, but we're also selling now GMP distillates, isolates, and crude. But those are really B2B offerings, which go into wholesale businesses in Australia and in Europe. But we also now will provide a high quality CBD into the Goodleaf business. So Goodleaf will remain the B2C business focused. They're the consumer brand business. And whilst they are now the dominant player in South Africa, they are expanding and launching into the UK in Q4. So we provide, so they really have a C2 offering, and we will provide the CBD for their products. But obviously we also provide the THC, etc., into the wholesale market through what we have a B2B brand called Highlands Pure that we're launching into Europe now.